Manchester High wins Headley Cup. Trump goes on trial today. Jamaica woman shot dead by boyfriend in Georgia, USA. Israel defense holds firm. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Today will be day one in the selection of jurors to try ex-President Donald Trump for criminality in a hush money case in which he is said to allegedly paid money to cover up a sexual encounter he had with a porn star called Stormy Daniels. He tried 10 times to have this one trial delayed, but every time different judges denied his wish. Just last week, he had 3 judges reject a delay. Please note that this is not a regular trial where he can only be fined. This is a criminal trial in which, if found guilty, he can be sent to prison. He has, over the past several months, attacked everyone involved in this trial, from the judge, his family, to witnesses. But various judges have muzzled him a few times, but he continues unabated. But today it will be brutal as the train goes full steam ahead. Oh, happy day. We hope cool heads prevail this week and hope for no further escalation after Iran fired over 350 missiles towards Israel in retaliation for the 2 generals that were killed 2 weeks ago by the Israeli army. 99% of all the missiles were shot down before it even got close to Israel, thanks to the coalition of US and France and the weaponry that are in possession of Israel. President Biden is now encouraging Israel to show restraint and call it a win. And that might be the best thing to do at this time, as retaliation could plunge the entire region into war, resulting in hundreds of thousands dead. Big Youth would say, love is lovely, war is ugly. In Jamaica, the Ministry of Health and Wellness is encouraging the public to use caution while getting potable water. The ministry states that water provided to households and businesses should only come from the National Water Commission or under the ministry-approved source. In an alert published on Friday, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Bisasar Mackenzie emphasized that before receiving water, customers should inspect the vehicle, particularly the water-holding containers, the hose, and the fittings. Dr. Bisasar Mackenzie said that customers should also check to see whether the water is discolored, has an odor, or contains any foreign particles. She advised people to treat drinking water by boiling it or adding 3% or 5% of home bleach rather than bulk bleach. The ministry will also supervise food establishments to verify that they get water from approved carriers. And the public is reminded that all entities that provide drinkable water should be licensed. Meanwhile, the hearing concerning whether a retrial should be ordered for entertainer Vybz Kartel and his co-accused has been fixed for June 10. The order was handed down on Friday by Justice Marva McDaniel Bishop. Last month, the Privy Council dismissed the murder conviction of Kartel, whose given name is Adidja Palmer, Sean Storm Campbell, Kahira Jones, and Andre Madso St. John on the grounds of jury tampering. And their case was also sent back to the Court of Appeal for a decision on whether they should face retrial for the 2011 murder of Clive Lizard Williams. And the hearing is expected to last 5 days. The Hanover police said that they are continuing to use available security measures to contain the bloodletting in the parish, as infighting among gangs in Green Island and Montpelier is leading to more homicides. There have been 13 murders committed in the parish since the start of the year, 10 of which were in Green Island. Deputy Superintendent Carl Brown, Crime Officer for Hanover, said the pattern of murders in Green Island in March was identified after last week's murder of Wade Phillips, also known as Scatter, along the 7 Mile Beach in Negril in Westmoreland. DSP Brown said that Phillips, who was suspected to have been involved in crime in the area, was at war with Adrian Clark, otherwise called Turbo, the so-called leader of the 100 Rounds gang. Clark is serving a 20-year prison sentence for gun crimes. And in the meantime, the Hanover crime officer has described the situation in Montpelier as a time-ticking bomb, which is due to fighting between rival gangs. DSP Brown said that there was a pause in the infighting following the intervention of the police and the courts. The St. Catherine North police suspect that an arson attack is responsible for the death of a man and the injury of his brother at their home on Jones Avenue in Spanish Town on Friday morning. The deceased has been identified as David. A mother and her baby were also able to escape uninjured after their one-bedroom residence was also destroyed by the fire. And according to authorities, the brothers were at their residence at 3 a.m. in the morning when it caught fire. The authorities were notified and residents sought to extinguish the fire. However, the brothers' home and another residence were destroyed. One man is dead and two others are in jail during a police operation in Grossmont in St. Elizabeth, and this incident took place at about 11:30 a.m. on Friday. One of the two in detention is an 18-year-old female. A weapon was also seized during the raid, making it the second handgun confiscated in the parish in the previous 12 hours. Deputy Superintendent Coolidge Minto, head of the division, stated that the police, following an intelligence, began searching premises in the area when they were confronted by gunfire. The shooters ran in opposite directions into bushes, but the police returned fire and one individual was struck and taken to hospital where he was confirmed dead. Minto stated that the police are now looking for two more people who managed to escape. Minto said the men are responsible for a series of armed robberies across the parish. A mother has been left numb and heartbroken following the shooting death of her 23-year-old daughter in an alleged domestic dispute in the United States on Saturday. The deceased, Shanae Simmet, was reportedly shot in the head while at her home in Latonia in Georgia. She was rushed to hospital in critical condition but died later that day. Her mother, Tanisha Williams, said that she was on the phone with her daughter just minutes before her death. And according to Williams, approximately 20 minutes after hanging up the phone, she received a call from her daughter's boyfriend who allegedly told her that he had shot Simmet. The man told her that he had killed Simmet because she was going to leave him. Williams further shared that her daughter had met her boyfriend while attending Old Harbor High School when both were students at the institution. And though the duo didn't date in high school, the distraught mother noted that sometime in 2022 they had bumped into each other and became a couple. Williams explained that her daughter migrated to the United States that year where she worked in a restaurant. And according to a news report from Fox Local, Simmet's alleged killer is now on the run as police continue their investigations. On to sports, Manchester High are the 2024 ISA Grace Headley Cup champions after defeating Mayday High by 140 runs on Friday's third and last day of the final, which was played at Manchester High School grounds. Resuming on 66 for 3 in pursuit of 291 to win, Mayday High were dismissed for 150 in their second innings reply. Nashane Meade carried on to 37 from his overnight 15 runs, while Javed Williams fell for 35 after resuming on 29. Devar Murray also made 18. Jade Moore took 4 for 15, while player of the match Rayvon Morgan took 3 for 34 and Rashid Harriet took 2 for 30. And this was Manchester High's third hold on the Headley Cup title following previous success in 2013 and 2019. And this was Mayday's second consecutive loss in the final after suffering defeat to former champion Stets in 2023. Scores of the match: Manchester High 219 and 189, Mayday 118 and 150. And don't forget that the best news and sports takes place on this station. If you missed the news, please go to YouTube, type in Jamaican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's news and sports on your favorite station. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.